vaping with the Ohmies. 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 Welcome everybody, welcome to the show. Let me introduce you to some dudes in case you don't know. First we got Aziz all the way from Kuwait. Always got a point when it's time for debate. Oh my Lanta, some call him Dan. Got the dad jokes in the palm of his hand. Boom Sauce McNasty got his eyes on the news. Got his ear to the streets and he's down for the crew. Next up is Clown, the DIY king. Got a juice line and some coils that sing. Then there's a bear who's smarter than average. Quick with a wit, his name Vapor Swaggins. Then there's the homie, we know him as Frames. And too many guests to remember the names. Together they make up this killer vape panel. So hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. Vaping with the Ohmies. 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 Vaping with the Ohmies.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Vaping with the Ohmies. What's in the news, Boom Sauce? Alright guys, it's that time for Dan's dad joke of the week.
What is going on, Ohmies? Welcome back for another episode. I think we're on episode 29. Let's get overdrip'd. Yeah, that's right, guys. We're finally getting that redo of the episode that I completely screwed up because my internet decided to take a shit and we couldn't do a show. But we're like, hey, man, come back at the end of the month. We got to have you on, bro. We got to make sure that we make it in for November because November was mixing it up month. That was the whole plan. So we got our main man, 0verdrip'd, a.k.a. Uncle Chris, in the house.
What up, everybody?
Dude, thanks for joining us, bro. Super stoked to have you on, brother. And with that,
happy to be here.
we're going to go ahead and just start the show off as we often do and talk about what we may be vaping on and stuff like that. And also, don't forget, stay hydrated. So why don't you go ahead and start off, Corey? What you vaping on tonight?
Oh, okay, yeah. First off, I tried to bring this guy. I got my LE heavy hitter with the Valhalla. I forgot what fucking DHD tip this is, to be honest. But looks like it's matching all together. I like it.
I think it's a dream tip.
Possibly.
Maybe.
And I decided to pull this one out of the drawer today, because why the hell not? Chris recognized this one. I got some straw melon cupcake going in there.
Oh yeah, dude. Fuck. You know what? That's one of the ones I never had.
It's very interesting. I'll give you that. It's very, very interesting. But I like it. And then next, I got my Axis Vapes M17 with the GT4S. I know, kind of looks ridiculous, but I like it. It's the honker of a mod.
Well, it's a big mod for a big tank. I mean, it kind of does suit it pretty good.
And then there, I'm running that. I got some dim in there from our good friends over at Steel Valley Vapors, which I'm fairly enjoying.
Oh, you mean these guys?
Yeah, dude. And then I got my bar V3.5 with the Type 2 on top. And I got the last little bit, which I can probably just fill the tank after I'm done saying this, but I got the last little bit of that raspberry cheesecake from our boy, Mr. Hogut's Yogurts, Mr. Mitch. And yeah, that's all I'm vaping on, but I'm also drinking on. Chris was laughing at the name of this one because it just fits me perfectly. I got a outdated tattoo. It's a Dunkelweizen ale. I know.
I know, bro.
I know. I've got to leave it up. From Pollyanna Brewing Company. They're like a little local brewery from around my area. They always have some pretty solid stuff. But yeah, that's all I got going. Why don't we pass it off to our very special guest, Mr. Overdrip, Uncle Chris? What you got? Or if it's still named Peter Pounding.
Yeah. So first of all, thanks for having me on, boys.
Absolutely, dude.
I'm glad that I made it. It was a bit tight, but you know what? I'm glad that I made it just because I got to hang with just the two of you guys. This is fucking dope. This
Dude,
is like
intimate,
feels kind
bro.
of strange, but I like it.
Just real intimate, dude.
I'm all about intimate nights with frames and poon sauce. Let's be real. So yeah, what I'm vaping on is like gonna be super light because I literally just rolled in the door and I pulled the wicks out of what I was vaping all day, and I'm gonna, whenever I mix, I'm gonna put it on top of here. So the first one that I got is I got the original Trishul, Vape Trishul. It's coated by Ashton Palmer. It is fucking beautiful. It's exactly what I wanted it to be when I first bought it, and it had like this weird kind of grayish coating. But now it's like all murdered out. I got the rye RDA on top. There's a lot of glare going on, but it's the rye, and that's just a Turk tip right there. Because my boy Frames hooked me up with a few extras that he had, and so I use them because I love them. They're nice.
Dude, I got plenty to go around, bro.
Bore. Inside there, I do have the same ones that I put in the build off, the AJ Holland 4 cores, and you guys will, I guess, virtually decide what I'm vaping on inside of it later. Feel free to start shooting out right now, like what you guys want, because that'll like speed it up for me to be able to grab all the shit that I need behind me. And then my second setup, this one's just dope because it's the Dreamer 1.5 with the layer cake on top. I got that DHD Stay Gold chop top inside there. I actually have some Sammy Nitro coils because, you know, it's a layer cake, so why not give it one of the best builders coils to put into it? And the liquid that I'm rocking, actually, it's almost like I knew. It's, man, my lighting is
super
just terrible.
glary.
But anyways, it's Oliver. It's blueberry custard from Rescued pack leader line. It's a good liquid. It's a good liquid. And that's everything for me. Go ahead, James.
All right, I'm keeping it short and sweet today. I did switch things up from the cloud check this morning just because I saw this sitting on the desk and I was like, hell yeah, I need to vape it. So I got that L Thunder 2700 with a white RDA for vaping on there. Got a black ring, Blizzard chop top on top. This has got a set up for British eyes only, quad core aliens. For those of you that didn't know, he's actually at Still Valley Vapors right now building coils at the shop. Pretty cool. But inside of that, I got some pumpkin AF from M-Turk. I'm just really enjoying the hell out of this stuff. Super, super delicious pumpkin liquid. And then, of course, got that Warlock's Dagger with the rye on top. That is coated by Palmer's Powders and a Jack Black with a moss chop top on top of there. This has also got a set of quad core aliens from AJ Holland on the inside with some hashtag. Oh, wait, no. This was inside this. Sorry. That goes in there. Boule Bolu's in the El Thunder. And Pumpkin AF is in this. Sorry, switch that up on you guys. That's what I got going. And with that being said, it's time to throw it over to Poon Sauce to find out a little bit about what's happening in the news. Of course, you guys can catch a whole episode over there on his channel every other Wednesday with Logan Exhales for a little bit of what's in the news. But today, we're going to find out what's in the news, Poon Sauce.
There's a cool little thing I saw on Vaping 360. I guess there was a survey that came out from eSig Intelligence that they kind of put a survey out there to see what is the reason for decline in sales, if it's the COVID-19 or if it's the Avali crisis that happened that way back when. Oh, it already seemed like forever ago. But it's a cool thing that I kind of saw because most, from what the study is showing, they're actually, vape shops are more blaming Evoli than COVID for kind of the lowering of how business has been with vape shops. So it's like, according to the survey of vape shops by market research company eSig Intelligence, it was news coverage over the last year's vaping-related lung injury outbreak that caused the most damage to small businesses' sales this year. The lung inquiries were caused by black market THC oils, blah, 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 and not commercial nicotine vape products sold at vape shops. Although cannabis industry observers and state health departments identified vitamin E acetate as the likely culprit early in the outbreak. The Center for Disease Control, blah, blah, blah. We all know what happened with that. And somebody that's an owner of a vape shop, I believe his name is James Dunworth, where he actually put out on Twitter where he says some customers returning to our shop after lockdown hiatus reported that they reverted to cigarettes while vape shops closed, because it's just people are getting kind of freaked. They were getting freaked out about the whole Avali thing that was on. So a lot of them went back to cigarettes. It was just a common thing that happened. And I guess it's a crazy thing where it's like 4 states imposed a flavor ban between last winter and this spring, which included Massachusetts, New Jersey, Rhode Island, and New York.
Yep.
And then it's kind of all, and then you're looking at shows somebody posted a Google review of a vape shop, and it just shows all these fantastic reviews for people working at these shops. And I think that's a great thing to see, but it still shows that what happened back when Avali was still a new thing to us, when we were still trying to figure out what the hell's causing these lung illnesses. What was said with like Stanton Glantz and all their kind of papers and stuff they put out on it kind of put a big damper on the vaping business when it comes to going into shops, because people were scared that the not correct information was being put out there, and it now has changed and kind of put them in an even shittier situation now that the whole COVID thing's happened. So now they had the Avali thing where business wasn't as good, and now you have COVID that came in, and it put a damper on small businesses as well. I believe today is like Small Business Appreciation Day. I've been seeing on social media where it's like, kind of love that kind of idea where most small businesses have been deemed.
A lot of them have been affected. Not only that, but it's kind of funny that that's happening because a lot of these small businesses are closed at this moment because a lot of lockdowns are in place right now as well. But yeah, I can definitely see like how that impact is still kind of been trickling over. I'm sure there's still a lot of people that are misinformed, that are still kind of going based off of what, you know, all these Avali stories were first, you know, being described as, rather than what they truly were. So I could definitely see how that can impact, you know, just the whole side of things. Ahead,
the e-cig intelligence put in here as well, that understandably vape shop owners told e-cig intelligence that they're pessimistic about the future of the vape industry. Many have added CBD and non-nicotine products to their shelves, and some also offered oral nicotine products, just kind of because they've had to kind of change the way they do things a little bit, because everybody got scared this bottle of liquid was causing severe lung damage when we know it wasn't. So they tried to have to like make up for it, where it's like, even if they sold like something like the snooze packs or the Nick picks or anything that's like an alternative nicotine solution kind of thing you can get other than just e-liquid. So it sucks that they've had to do this stuff, because it kind of goes against a lot of what these vape shop owners were like, their morals of opening a vape shop. They wanted to open something that is specifically the easiest way to get somebody off smoking. And now that they've had to go and kind of add other things to kind of bring a different kind of, I don't want to say a different kind of crowd into their shop, but it kind of seems like they've had to do so, and it sucks. But I'm hoping that once all this COVID stuff blows over and all this, I mean, Avali is already kind of like the stuff that they've put out with the CDC, all that. It's kind of been already, a lot of people already know about it. Vape shops are doing a good job with spreading the information that it's not regular nicotine e-liquids that are causing the problems. And that's kind of where that stands with that. But who knows? I want to see the small business aspect of vaping kind of flourish again, because that's small businesses is the reason the three of us have gotten off of cigarettes. Reason all three of us have started vaping, we went into our local vape shop.
Best thing that we can do right now, guys, to help at least the small businesses in, you know, our industry is, you know, go to those websites or those people that are still, you know, have their doors open or still, you know, have products that they're offering to people, and, you know, go buy stuff from these small businesses if you can. Support the local shop if you have one near you. You know what I mean? Because, you know, a lot of them are struggling right now. So that's how we can help, do our part, is just continue to, help support these businesses by making purchases there, and hopefully things just can. You're right over there, Chris?
Did you see that spider, dude?
Dude, that was crazy, dude.
I got him. Fuck. Dude, that was crazy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I looked on the screen and you could see the spider.
Yeah, dude.
Like going back up.
Oh, that was a trip.
Me, dude.
But yeah, guys. So with that, thanks for bringing that up, Corey. Of
I'll
course,
post the link in chat for you guys if
Yep.
it wasn't already posted already.
So check out that link if you guys want more information on that. And with that, guys, we're gonna go ahead and switch gears here and talk to Mr. Overdrip, aka Uncle Chris, aka Peter Pounding, aka whatever the hell else he wants to be called, man,
like
because the
Peter
dude's got
Pounding.
many
That's a good
names nowadays. Uncle Chris, bro. So we've talked to you many times before, I think, about, your DIY journey and stuff as of such, and like how you've gotten started and stuff. So my main question right now is like not so much the beginning, but the present, as of like where you're at now with your mixing. Like how far do you think you've come since like the last time that we've spoke? And like are you like feeling more, I don't know what the word would be, adapt to, the mixing side of things, and just like things are kind of coming a little bit easier to you over time now?
Well, okay, so I will say that if you were to ask me right now how much more confident I am in my mixing than maybe the last time we spoke about it, I would say that I'm definitely more confident. Like I feel like I can whip something up, and it might not be like great. You know what I mean? I'm not saying that I can I'm like Jesus and just can turn whatever into greatness. Like that's not what it is, but like I've gotten to the point where now I can get a good start. So if like, let's say, everyone out there, keep your suggestions coming, because like there's a few things that I've seen, but some of them I don't have. Like, sorry, Adam, I don't have anything to make French toast, so I can't even entertain that idea. That would
be delicious though.
You know what? Actually, kind of would be. I've never had a French toast. Like I never had like that French dude liquid or whatever, but it would probably be pretty good. So I might have to look into that. I'd have to get eggs. Like that would be key, because like to me, French toast tastes like eggs. But anyways, so I feel like now, you know what I mean? Like I can get that good starting point. So I can make something vapable off the hop.
Yeah.
So like I'll mix it, and like it might not be good. It might be just like, all right, I can vape that. But I also know now that first attempt, it might start at whatever, like a 2 or 3 out of 10, which is like, for me, is like, I could vape that, but will I enjoy it? Probably not. But I can turn it into like a 6 the second time. And then maybe I can turn it into a 7, 7.5 the third time.
Yeah.
Or whatever, depending on what the profile is. Like I'm more comfortable with certain profiles because I've dabbled in it a lot more. Like if someone were to say like, oh, make me something with cactus in it. Yeah, like it's probably going to be, I would personally not vape it, but somebody else out there would probably be like, that's not bad. So I think that for me, a lot of it comes down to I'm more comfortable using a lot of different things, as opposed to before. I would like overanalyze everything. I would expect like greatness, like, or I would just, maybe not greatness, but you know what I mean? Like I'd expect it to taste what I wanted it to taste like.
Yeah.
Like if I was trying to make
the jump
blueberry flapjacks, like I thought I should be able to make it taste like blueberry flapjacks. But the facts are that you have to like go through growing pains. You have to learn all your concentrates. You have to learn what percentages things like are at. You want to learn like how long things take. So sometimes I used to, I would do something. I'd be like, oh, that's not what I want. That's not close. And then I'd end up changing like the percentages and like swap out something. And then I go back to that like a month later and be like, shoot, like that's a lot closer to what I wanted it to be right off the hop.
Yeah.
But I didn't give it time because I didn't know that certain things are going to take the time. So I think that ultimately, to answer your question in a real, real long way, is that I just feel a lot more confident. I have more experience, you know what I mean? So with success comes failures, and I've realized that that's just how things are. Like, not everything's going to be a winner, and not everything that seems like garbage can't be saved. So that's probably my words of encouragement to people out there that are like listening, that think maybe I could do DIY. And also, that's like my, hey, check yourself. It's not that easy. It does take hard work. You could be like a savant and you might be able to just smell stuff and say, ooh, these things smell great together. Therefore, they're going to taste good. I'm not one of those people, but if you are, kudos. But I don't see that many suggestions, by the way, everyone.
Yeah,
I've
guys,
seen a
let's get
few
some
that-
flavor
Maybe said
suggestions out
peppermint
there.
mocha. I mean,
I wish we can kind of that zebra cake one really has my attention.
What's that?
There's also one up here.
What'd you say?
Hey, you've never had a zebra cake before?
A zebra cake?
Yeah.
Yeah, like the Little Debbie's zebra cake.
Yeah.
But isn't that just that's like white cake with like a cream filling and like has basically icing on the outside?
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, does it actually taste like chocolate, or is it just
I'm trying to
like
think.
dark vanilla?
It's just mainly vanilla to me personally.
Yeah, like vanilla cake,
Edwin
vanilla
did
cream.
suggest a raspberry white chocolate cheesecake.
That sounds like it'd be fire.
Raspberry white chocolate cheesecake. You know what? I don't know if I have just a straight white chocolate. I think that I have a white chocolate mint.
Vandal
Which
up
would
here
not-
says
I guess
blue.
that would raspberry mint could maybe work.
Right here too, we've got a blueberry maple donut. Anthony Romella right here says blackcurrant cheesecake because Poons asked for it, and I know how much you love blackcurrant. Overdrip.
I do like blackcurrant.
Yes, please. If that ever happens, yes, please. A
Let's
strawberry
see. I'm gonna
yogurt.
keep scrolling up to see if there's anything that we missed.
So
at the
my question
beginning
to you,
here.
Chris, is since you've started mixing it up and all that, has there been kind of things
Yeah.
that you've learned how to do differently than when you were mixing before you started that show? Like what kind of tips and like stuff that you've learned from the other guys that have improved flavors that you either already had or improved in how you mixed them now?
Yeah, I think that there's definitely some like tricks that I've learned from the guys, but also just I feel like a lot of people have their favorite concentrates, right? So they're like concentrates that they'll try to work in mixes, or they'll just like it'll be their safe zone.
Yeah.
So everyone's confidence is going to be slightly different. Like if you're so Mitch, for example, he seems to he likes to mix a lot of fruit stuff compared to like what I would do, and definitely more than Clown. And Seafood's kind of like in the middle, but he also really likes messing around with alcohol, which I've actually never. I actually don't enjoy like really that much. So like I've never tried mixing with it, but there's some certain things, you know, that they'll do that I pick up on. And then if I'm trying something later, that kind of just stays in the back of my brain. It's not like I might actually do something exactly as they said, but it's just the way that they do it. Like Seafood always talks about mouthfeel. So like I sometimes I'll think about that and I'll be like, oh, like I wonder what I could add to this to get some mouthfeel. And then I'll think about what I've made or like what the recipe's shaping up like. And then I think about, well, what could I add to that to like maybe give me that if none of these items that I already have in the recipe are going to give me that. And those are things that I probably wouldn't have thought about before the show. Or, you know, just certain little things like that. I do find that it's like helping me grow as a mixer, because when I was doing all this stuff before, I was doing it just, and it was like basically I might as well have been in some shack in the middle of nowhere with just a bunch of flavorings and not really having any sort of advice given to me because I didn't ask for it, or it was just I didn't have the expertise that I'd learned, you know what I mean? Like there's certain things that I know not how to do now, like could be somewhat related to the show, because it pushed me out of the zone of like, whenever I sit down, honestly, 90% of the time, maybe even more, I'm thinking about, okay, well, I want to make a dessert. Like that's what I want to do. I want to make a dessert or a custard or an ice cream or a like a pie or whatever. Like that's what I think. I don't think, oh, I want to make like a mango strawberry smoothie. Like that's not what I think about. So being on the show has made me do that sometimes. Like it makes me mix things that I normally wouldn't mix, which is helping me grow like as a mixer, because it's allowing me to realize that I can do other things. It doesn't have to be a dessert or it doesn't have to be
Yeah.
a custard for me to excel at it. You know what I mean? Like I can make something that even I'll enjoy, which I never thought I'd be able to do, to be honest with you. Like a year ago, I would have been like, nah, like I can't make like a blue raspberry mango. Like I'd be like, no, I don't even know what to use. So
Well, since you've
that's
said like your forte of mixing something is in desserty flavors, and I know you've done a couple fruit mixes on the show and kind of had to force yourself to get into them more to kind of, because that, like you said, it helped you grow by doing stuff you're not totally used to.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
have you
it's like
gotten
about
more, have you
comfort
gotten more
zones,
confident
right?
in yourself with making fruit flavors? Would you say like,
I think that I've gotten more confident. Like I still don't, because I feel like a lot of the time you're gonna make and you're gonna think or dream, whatever you want to say, something that you want to vape.
Mhm.
So there's not a lot of times that I'm sitting there thinking like, oh, I really want to vape this, but I don't have any. And it'd be just like some fruit mix. That's just not me as a vapor. So the show, when there's a theme, I have to do something that is that. Like I would not have thought, oh, I want to make like a banana vape or whatever, right? And like if we do something that's like bananas, I'm gonna have to make a banana vape. Or if we were making coffees, like traditionally I would never really make coffee. I don't really like coffee vapes very much. So I just wouldn't make it, because ultimately I'm the one that has to test it and I'm the one that has to decide if it what needs to be done, and that means that I have to vape it. So like if there's a recipe that I have that is pretty polished, I've probably vaped 60 mils of that recipe. I don't want to vape 60 mils of some things. Like I don't want to vape 60 mils of dragon fruit. I don't particularly like the way that it tastes. So it's going to be hard for me to do that.
Yeah.
But I've had to like push myself to do that, because I like made this pact with myself, right? That like anything that I publish, I don't want it to just be trash recipes. I want it to be at least vapable. Like it might not be my cup of tea, but somebody out there might be like, oh, you know what? Like this overdrip guy makes some decent recipes. Like that was my goal, and that still is my goal.
okay, let's take away your main three staples, which most people know you make with your custards, with like, what would you say is like the newest thing that you've kind of mixed up that has become like a new favorite of yours, where it's like you mix it up either on the show or just kind of was curious and wanted to do a new mix and you did that, put it on ELR, then you realized, okay, this can stand up to your vanilla custard, your caramel custard, your peanut butter custard, the ones that people know of straight off the bat.
Okay, so actually there's like one that I just realized that I have batteries in this mod. It's a regulated mod, everyone. And I actually really been enjoying it, and it's basically like a blue raspberry mango, but it does not taste at all like Blaz mango. It's like a very different kind of mango experience, but it's one that I started mixing on the show, and I just did it because I mixed it like right before the show. It's not even a published recipe, but I've made a few tweaks and like I've adapted uh like a couple of tricks that I'd learned in other things, and now I feel like I'm ready to make a 60 of it because I'm enjoying it enough that I could vape it for that long. So that would be one. Another one, it's like this kind of like little passion project that I got going on. I'm mixing something for Ashton, and it's a flavor that he's like, yo, this flavor would be dope. So I was like, oh, you know what? All right, cool. And it's basically like a grape apple raspberry, I think.
Yeah,
But it's like a sour candy.
Yeah.
So it's like a pure candy, like, which is not really fully my speed, but I've almost vaped 60 mils of it because I did the first attempt and then I did the second attempt, and I'm almost done the second attempt. And I think there's just a couple of tweaks in that. I think it'll be like pretty decent. Like, it's not really my profile per se, but it's like one of those ones, you know, that you would feel okay at going into the wild and someone saying, yo, it's good, it's bad, it's all right, you know, because I've given it enough time.
Yeah.
All right. So, have you seen anything out there that's jumping out at you quite yet, Chris?
Okay, so Will said one. It says raspberry dragon fruit Greek yogurt. Okay, like I don't really want to do that one, but like that's something different that I would do. Because I have one yogurt flavor that I don't particularly like that much. I don't have a Greek yogurt, and I also don't really like dragon fruit because it's like you put in 0.25%, and it's like just bam, dragon fruit.
Kentucky Shine said a fruity pebble cheesecake. Let's see. I see one. Anthony.
I don't have any tobacco, so I can't do that. I'm sorry, Jake.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
See, how would you do a cactus cooler?
Peanut
'Cause I feel
butter
like that's pretty
waffle.
complex.
With s'mores syrup. Peanut butter waffle with s'mores syrup.
Ashton says, Jess says caramel mocha.
Okay, so I don't really I don't drink like fancy coffees. I drink like regular roast coffees. Is that like a cappuccino and hot chocolate mixed together or something? Or is it like a coffee and hot chocolate? I don't know.
I don't drink coffee at all, so you're asking the wrong person on that one.
Ask Priest Tens.
Adam, what's a mocha?
Yeah, Edwin's still on that raspberry white chocolate cheesecake.
Yeah, that sounds like it would be badass.
It sounds interesting.
Okay, well, let me just look and see what chocolates I have. I'll do that for you.
Do you have like kind of a list on like what you have in stock just to keep yourself accountable and stuff?
Yeah, I have like my flavor stash on ELR. It's got like every flavoring that I have. That took a lot of work, I'm not gonna lie, to get in there. I spent a lot of fucking time. Okay, so chocolates. These are all dark chocolate.
Okay, yeah, coffee and hot chocolate is pretty much what a mocha is.
A coffee and hot chocolate is a mocha. Okay. Yeah, I have a white chocolate peppermint. So could it be like a raspberry white chocolate peppermint? What was the actual, what did Will say?
It was raspberry white chocolate cheesecake.
So
But I feel like the white chocolate peppermint would kind of make it more like, how would I think of it? More like, you know, have you ever had the Christmas bark where it's like white chocolate and like pieces of like candy cane? For some reason, that's what I would think of when it comes to like white chocolate peppermint.
Yeah. No, I think that you're probably not that far off. My sister actually around Christmas time, she makes this stuff called like tree bark.
Yeah.
And she makes one of them and it has like broken up candy canes and white chocolate. And then like the underside is dark chocolate or something.
Oh, that sounds fire.
But I could try like, I don't know, with peppermint cheesecake, does that even sound like it could work? White chocolate peppermint cheesecake with raspberries?
Be very complex, I feel like.
Seems like
that would definitely be one where it's like you do the one mix, you know it's probably not going to be to where it needs to be, but that would take, I feel like that wouldn't be a lot of finicking because you might want like the crust to come out on the cheesecake more. You want that creaminess of the cheesecake to come out more, because I feel like that peppermint and the white chocolate would kind of overtake everything. Especially
Okay, but this is the thing. I have white chocolate, but it's with peppermint. I don't have just a straight white chocolate. So it's either I like just make it, because raspberry mint, that's fine. Like I don't think that raspberry mint is bad.
Okay.
Personally, like do you not think that, like, if you had like a Campino hard candy, you know what I'm talking about? They're like it's like a cream.
It's like a creamy, like
raspberry.
fruit, yeah, mint type
Yeah.
thing, yeah.
And if that had like an ever so slight peppermint to it, I don't think that I would not like that. Anthony says white chocolate.
White chocolate peppermint milkshake. That seems like it'd be like.
Okay, Erwin, what sounds good?
The
The white
peppermint.
chocolate peppermint milkshake, or what I'm saying, the raspberry white chocolate peppermint
I think
cheesecake?
he's going with what you said because remember the delay.
Oh, okay. All right. You know what then? Fuck it.
Just go for it, bro.
That's what we're gonna do. All right. So it's gonna take me a second here to
Do
grab
your
the
thing,
stuff.
bro. Do your thing. While you're doing that, I'm gonna gripe real quick, because USPS sucks today, man. I had a package that was supposed to show up. Got confirmation earlier today that it was out for delivery. So I was like, hell yeah, when I get home, I'll have something new to set up for the show tonight, and it'll be awesome. I get home, all the rest of my mail's in the mailbox, but my vape mail didn't show up. And then I go and check my phone, and it says it's still out for delivery. So I'm like, hey, who knows? Maybe it come on another truck or something. And then, like, literally 5 minutes before the show starts, I get a message, like a tracking thing, that says, oh, your package arrived back at the post office. So, like, either they decided halfway through the route, oh, nah, this guy doesn't need his package today, let's just take it back, and whatever. Or it wasn't on the truck to begin with, but they thought it was, and now it's at the... Regardless, I have to wait a whole nother day for my package, and I'm kind of bummed out about it.
Fucking USPS.
Not gonna lie.
Just dropping the ball.
Not gonna lie.
Well, you know what? That similar package that you're waiting for, I also have a very similar package that's on its way, but somehow it says it's still in fucking Texas.
How?
Dude, I paid like fucking almost $50 for shipping to get it fast. I'm gonna honestly complain and be like, give me my goddamn money back.
I would, dude. That's ridiculous.
Don't trust DHL. They're not fast.
Okay, we have a question in chat from Steel Valley Vapors, but I know this is probably Ryan typing that in.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, hit up for British Eyes Only.
Repairman.
For British Eyes Only.
Yeah, for British Eyes Only, I heard he's pretty good at that stuff. He's good at.
He's your go-to guy.
Watch, he's gonna get like a bunch of DMs now.
Chris Mandel says they did that to me last week. Got 3 quarters, and they waited 3 days after to bring me the last one. Wow, dude. Wow. That's all I can say. I'm sorry about my dog barking in the background. She's just going nuts. I think it's dinner time. So, apologize for that. Excuse me real quick.
Okay, so Chris, how we looking? You just getting stuff together?
There we go. That should be
I'm
better
just
now.
pulling out stuff that I think could work, and then I'll put it all together.
So give us a little inside the mind of Mr. Overdrip here. So we all know that flavorings are not just cut and paste. You're using just these flavorings only. So when it comes to making, because you're going to make a cheesecake, right?
Yeah, a white chocolate.
What's an underlining thing that if you make a cheesecake, what's something that people wouldn't expect that you would add to make that kind of cheesecake pop? Like how Sifu talks about this, where he uses dragon fruit to make other fruits kind of enhance the flavor of that fruit. So is there anything out of the ordinary that you're
what I do personally is, if I'm making a cheesecake, there's like certain ingredients that I like to use to make that cheesecake happen. So I use 3 different cheesecakes for a cheesecake, and it's gonna be one of those times that like I can't find them real quick, but I'll use Capella's New York cheesecake, and then I use cheesecake graham crust, and then I use Yes Sweet cheesecake, and so like that's like my base because I like the way that they taste together, and then the rest of it, I honestly, dude, I'm not entirely sure because I've barely even used this white chocolate peppermint. I'm not even sure if I even have used it before, and I'm gonna use VSO raspberry because I think that it just smells delicious and it tastes pretty good. But like, dude, I guess there's tricks. But like I don't know them all yet. I'm still like learning. Like that's the thing, right? Like although I've been mixing for a while, and although like I can feel confident about certain things, there's still a lot of stuff that I don't know. So like I'm still learning on the fly. And sometimes you try things and they don't work, and that's when you realize, okay, well, I gotta just try something slightly different and then I'll make it work.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like you have to like learn your own lessons sometimes because you can only listen to advice so much before you have to make your own decision up, right?
Yeah.
Or I don't know, maybe that's like how I feel, but I feel like it's legit. Thoughts?
Oh, Yanni, why couldn't you put that one in there earlier? Oh, that sounds amazing.
Key lime cheesecake
What's
with
that?
sugar cookie
Key
crust.
lime cheesecake with a sugar cookie crust. That'd be bomb. I don't know that I have yet to find a good key lime cheesecake. Well, it's like I have one that's decent, but it's like not the kind of key lime cheesecake I'm looking for. Which that's kind of another one of those. I'm a big fan of when I find a good cheesecake vape that I'm like, this is awesome. Now try to find a different variation of that. Like Mitch's raspberry cheesecake is so damn good. Holy crap. It's like the closest thing I've ever found to like that cheesecake I've been looking for.
Yeah.
But
See, I've
no,
never
it's-
tried. I've actually not tried any of Mitch's stuff before.
what the hell? Uh-oh.
Which I'm gonna have to do, obviously.
I still got to get a hold of Sifu and get some stuff too. Because I've had clowns, I've had yours. The only person that haven't had is Sifu's, and he definitely has some profiles that are pretty damn interesting in my opinion. Which I'm definitely one.
Yeah, you know what? He's like one of those people that like he does stuff that I'd never think about at all, and he seems to pull it off. Like I mean, I'm like, I don't know, that seems kind of out there, and then he'll be like, oh, you know, this, that, and whatever. It's like it's working super good together, and it's just one of those things that like it's once again it's something that you don't fully appreciate because you don't understand, you know what I mean, what they're trying to do because you don't know those profiles. Like I've never vaped anything like that, so I'm not going to know what those profiles end up tasting like because I would never have tried them in the first place.
Speaking of last week's show, we did a little poll.
Yeah, what's the verdict
So-
there?
Sifu put up a orange creamsicle champagne, which are three options that we. So the first one there was poonsicle. Second one is cream in my navel, and then
Sickle.
the third one is mimosa with cream. So apparently the winner for last week's name of the liquid is poonsicle, of course. Goddamn people.
Why wouldn't it? Like that's perfect.
Why would I be put in a popsicle form? That's weird.
Because, dude, you're pin sauce,
Pretty much.
and you could be anything.
Like what the hell? I'm poon sauce. I'm getting a fucking liquid. That's my name. I'm drinking.
Hey,
a
dude,
Dunkel beer.
how many people you know that has a liquid named after them?
Well, I remember what was this? A couple years ago, Michelle actually did some Photoshop action. I don't know if you guys remember this, but she made like a label of like a glass dripper bottle where the name of it was like poon sauce or something.
Yeah, dude.
I was like, oh my god, Michelle.
I mean, this is the one thing that is like troubling, right? Like, imagine that you didn't know anything about you, Corey, Poon Sauce, and you're just reading this recipe on like ELR that it says Poon Sauce in the title. You'd be like, what on earth is this going to taste like? Because it's called Poon Sauce. Like,
Hashtag Poonsicle McLiquid Pants.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, Lando, I don't have a song named after me. I have every song imaginable named after me.
Vandal's like, yay, my name won.
So,
Congratulations,
actually,
Vandal.
since while Chris is getting his stuff together,
Let's start thinking of
why don't
some
you guys
names
start
here,
thinking of
guys.
names?
yeah, let's get some names together.
Think of some
So
names. I
so
got
I
a
can get-
raspberry white chocolate peppermint cheesecake. What do you think?
And remember, it's kind of holiday-like, so let's maybe see if we can get a little holiday-themed names in here that might be kind of outrageous. I'm kind of scared what Vandal's going to put.
Jake Scrapwood says that sounds a little fishy to me. I guess he's talking about the Poonsicle.
I had no...
Yeah, for real.
I don't even think I voted on that one. So I
That's not what he meant by that, Corey.
oh, yeah, went right over the head there for a second. I got it.
Yeah, okay, all right.
All right, so let's get some suggestions out there, people.
Breeze Tones,
Minty berry balls. That's the first suggestion from Breeze Tones. Berry Minty Xmas.
No, you can't put Poon in every
Missile
damn...
Poon.
God damn it. Nobody wants that. Let's be honest here.
Yeah.
Hard pass.
Dingle Dangle Jingle Jangle. Jingle Mint Mingle. How about some spaces in there so we can read them, Tim? The Poon Cracker.
Mistletoe below.
Dude, Mistletoe Below. I like that one.
that one.
We'll save that one. That one's a good one. I like that one, Yanni.
Let's see.
Lando says, I got nothing. Well, thanks for that, Lando.
I like the Berry Minty Xmas. I'll definitely put that one down.
Jingle Sauce.
Jingle Balls.
Jingle Balls.
Got a bunch of good selections here, so I'll definitely be creating that poll after the stream. Old Saint Dick.
Yeah.
Yes.
How
that
about
one-
something that has a little bit to do with the flavor profile, maybe?
I don't know. Old Saint Dick is definitely winning it in my book.
Rudolph's toothpaste.
Ugh.
Starting to look a lot like Overdrip. Poonberry McMistletoe.
Crusty. Old Saint Dick. I love that one.
That is pretty fucking funny, I'm not gonna lie. But I don't think anybody's gonna buy a liquid that says dick on it. Minted balls. Berry White Christmas.
I like that
Oh,
one.
that one's pretty good too. Christmas cheese, says
Yeah.
Irwin.
Very Old Saint Dick.
You're stuck on that one.
No,
I like
the
it.
Krusty Pickles put it in again. Just put berry in front of it.
Oh.
Mint cake. All right, no spamming, bro.
I don't know if it's gonna be like crazy mint. We'll see.
Red, white, and cheesy.
Jesus is minty Christmas. Red, white, and cheesy.
Spicy for white people. What the hell?
Red, white, and cheesy Canadian is what he said. That's hilarious. What else?
Razzle
Just
tazzle.
pick a couple out, and remember, guys, if you guys join the Vaping with the Ohmies Facebook group, there's a link in the description. You guys can go and actually add your own name if you think of something else to the poll as well, and people can vote on it. And if You guys add one on there that everybody likes, and it happens to be the winner. It will be the winner. So how are we looking over there, Uncle Chris?
I'm going. I got the recipe done. Now I'm just
adding the things.
I'm adding the things and such.
A ride on overdrip sleigh. Oh.
Wow. Who said that?
Vandal, what do you think?
Why did my chat stop working? My chat stopped working. All right, let me fix this here.
I'm definitely putting that one in because that's just great.
All right, we're getting close.
My mint berries.
NY mint berries. Ping pong McDing dong. Yeah, that's come on, Ryan.
That's really terrible.
Yeah. Let me do this here as well.
Leave it to British eyes, right?
Yep. Santa's Frosty Feels. How about right in the berries?
Right in the berries.
Mistress for Christmas mint.
Some of these are pretty good. I like some of these ones.
These are some good ones, but as well as thinking of some of a berry icy affair. Ooh, I like that one. I like that one a lot, Vandal. I like the creativity there, dude. I like it. Put that one on there, Corey.
Definitely will.
Cheesecake from my ho-ho-hos. Presently minted. All right, well, how many do you have on there so far, Corey?
I'm actually going to creating the poll after the show. So,
well, how many do you have picked out?
Let's see. I have
like 3 or 4.
Yeah, around there.
All right, cool. Well, keep them coming, guys. If Corey sees any other ones, he'll make sure to grab them. And in the meantime, while Chris is finishing up his mixing, what we're going to do now, guys, is that we have the ending segment that we do here at the end of the show, which we call the Vaping with the Ohmies music playlist. And with this, what we do is we go around the room here as the 3 of us here on the panel, and we're going to go ahead and throw 2 songs onto the playlist this week, as well as having Uncle Chris pick one out from chat as well. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and start this off, and I'll go ahead and get the first pick. Corey, you got the Spotify playlist up?
Yes, sir.
All right, so my first one is going to be Why Don't You Get a Job by The Offspring. Just because I heard it today on my way to work, and I was like, dude, yeah, this is a good song.
Boom.
And with that...
All right, you ready, Corey? I can give you one.
What do you got?
Okay. Hey, ska. Like 2 different words. Like hey, H-E-Y. And then S-K-A.
Okay.
By the Suicide Machines.
Nice.
Let's look. Oh, jeez.
Did you get it?
Are you sure it's
Find
just
it?
not hey?
H-E-Y, like hey. Hey,
Yeah,
Corey.
I think it's only coming up as hey.
Like hey, ska? Like
No,
it
just
says hey?
Suicide Machines hey.
Okay, that's probably good. Maybe the ska's in like air quotes on the...
Possibly.
on the album.
Okay. I'm going to go with, let's see. I'm going to go with the song Love is a Wonderful Lie by Salem.
I thought you were going to say Love is a Battlefield, and I was going to get fucking super pumped.
Right.
What about you, James?
All right, and my second song is going to be, you know what? I would throw some Ozzy Osbourne on the list with "Flying High Again." And with that, on to you, Uncle Chris.
Okay, so for my second one, I'm just gonna be that dick, but also I fucking love this song so hard. And is there a rule for how long a song can be? No?
I added a
think
30-minute song to it before, so you're good.
Okay, well then, see, the way that I see it is like this is actually like an EP, but it just doesn't stop, so it's one track. And I'm gonna go with The Decline, No Effects.
Solid choice. Solid choice. And then that brings us back to you, Corey.
Okay. I'm going to go with, let's see where to go. I'm going to go with the song Lost Cause by Novelists.
All right. And with that, Uncle Chris, go ahead and pick out one from chat. And then after that, give us the breakdown of the mix.
All right, let me scroll up. Okay, well, you know what, guys? Put a few more in quick. I'm going to give you 28.3 seconds. And then I'm going to pick. Because there's not that many. There's some there that I would not want on there. So
Well, if you want, give us the breakdown of the liquid and then come back and pick your
Okay,
song.
that sounds good. All right. So, as you guys saw, I've taken like 3 rips. Not really that many rips. Right off the shake, there's a good amount of cheesecake. I actually like added a little bit more. I put some like graham cracker V2 in. I'll publish it. I don't know what I'll call it for now. Maybe I'll just put Vaping with the Ohmies season 3 episode 29 for right now, and then whenever the poll's done, I'll switch it up. I get a good amount of cheesecake. It's like nice creaminess. There's a little bit more graham than my normal ones because, like I said, I put in graham cracker V2, which normally I would not have done. I would have just used the 3 cheesecakes. It's pretty nice. The crazy thing is that white chocolate peppermint, when I like put it in, the suggested percentage is 8%. So I put it in at 2.5%, and thankfully I did that because there's a reasonable amount of peppermint, but it's actually kind of working pretty good. I honestly, like, I can't even tell you how much raspberry I'm actually getting. I think that I might have to like boost that raspberry with like another little bit of some other raspberry. Like maybe I should have put some raspberry sweet in there. But it's not bad. It's like what it's basically is like what I was saying before. You guys saw, I just literally was just grabbing flavorings going off of someone else's suggested profile. And like, it's fine. I don't even think that it's bad. Like I would probably even be like, yo, Corey, James, try this. Mm-hmm. Like it might not be for you, but like it probably wouldn't be terrible. Like you've definitely vaped worse.
Yeah.
That you probably paid money for. But like that is kind of like that vibe. Let me just take one more vape and then I'll look over this quick here.
Yeah, dude.
Dude, I love the rye RDA too.
It's such a banger, dude.
It's so good.
Especially with these quad cores in it, dude. Oh, so good.
I'm reliving my love for the Valhalla. That's great.
No worries, Mitch. At least you're here, bro. At least you're here.
Yeah, dude, I get like 0 raspberry. That's fucked up. Okay, so Anthony is literally playing directly to my inner stooge.
Yeah.
And for anybody that's been around for a long time, I actually did like a lip sync while I was driving in the car
Bro.
to this song and posted it in the Vape Stew Crew like Facebook page. This was probably like 2 years ago, maybe even more. It was like early days. So I'm gonna go with Anthony Ramella. Love is a Battlefield. Pat Benatar.
Fuck. Yeah,
Hell
dude.
yeah.
So back to the flavor. Off the bat, you said not bad for the first go round, but you think you might need to make a couple little tweaks to like the raspberry, kind of get that to come out a little more.
Yeah, you know what? This is the thing, right? I would say that because, like I said, I'm honestly not tasting raspberry at all. Like, at all. So what I used to do all the time, like I said, is like I would like right away start making notes and I would be like, oh, I need to do this, I need to do this, and I'd try it, mixing it up again. So what I'll probably do is wait a week and like next Monday I'll vape it again, see what happens. And then from that point, then I will like go and like make some changes. But I'll just say this. I think that I might try this without the raspberry at all and just make it a white chocolate peppermint cheesecake. It might be pretty good.
Nah.
Right now, that's what I'm tasting.
Yeah.
Like, and like I said, it tastes all right. Like, I'm not even complaining. I'll probably end up vaping this the rest of the night.
Very nice, man.
So, yeah.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for that suggestion, even though I had to slightly tweak it because I don't have a straight white chocolate. But I appreciate you, Erwin.
Hell yeah, man. And with that, I'll go ahead and throw the floor to you, Chris. Let people know what you got coming up, where they can find you, that good stuff. And then we'll throw it over to Poon Sauce.
All right. Well, thank you guys for having me. I did have a good time. It was a bit rushed, but at the end of it, it was a good episode, and I'm happy with this. I also am like super pumped with my selections. So thank you again, Anthony. Yours was good. I liked mine better, but that's fine. That's just because I was thinking about it all day today, and I was like, yeah, dude, oh yeah, Ohmies. I get to fucking choose what songs I want. So I put some stuff that's like more my pace. Okay, so yeah, you guys can check me out along with Clown, Mitch, and Seafood tomorrow night on KBTV's channel. We're doing Mixing It Up, obviously. Tomorrow, we're doing ice cream. Ooh. And I'm not sure if Clown mentioned, but we're having a guest. I'm not going to ruin it if... I don't actually know like what the deal is. Like but we're having like a pretty big time guest in the world of DIY. Like when I say pretty big time, I mean like kind of penultimate. So I'm super, super excited about that. And yeah, we're doing ice cream. I like ice cream, so it should be a fun episode. Oh, yeah. You can also check me out on the Fringe Ankle Vapor YouTube channel on Fridays for the Green Room. As well as you can check me out on the Shut Time Podcast, which you can basically find info on the Green Room and the Shut Time Podcast at shuttimepodcast.com. Totally, please go over there and give us a follow on SoundCloud. That's like greatly appreciated. Not only that, I have a feeling that there might be like some like smaller giveaways coming before the big giveaway, and there is a fucking big giveaway. So. Yeah. Don't hold back. Just go over there. Get your mom to do it. Get your brother to do it. Get whoever, as long as they're like over, 18. If they're an adult.
Erwin says it is good. I made it.
What's good? You made it.
I guess he mixed up
the flavor,
food.
But he couldn't. I haven't published it yet.
He might have done it his own way.
I don't know.
Oh, hey, you know what? Hey, kudos. Way to go, Erwin. I like it. But yeah. So just check us out over there. Sean's put tons of hard work in. Even just go over there and just click the site. Go check out all the hard work Sean's done, including write-ups about us, which you might not know what's in the write-up, because we all kind of did our own, and it's not maybe the full stories that you would have seen on YouTube about how we got to where we are and everything else. So you guys should go check that out. Other than that, I think that's everything. And you guys are awesome. Love the Ohmies. I am an Ohmie personally. I'm a stooge. I'm an Ohmie. I love everything about this community. Corey, please take it away.
Yeah. You could find me on the usual platforms: YouTube, Instagrams, Facebook, all that stuff. Untapped is another one I'm going to try to push a little bit more for my fellow beer drinkers out there. You can search me up on Poot Sauce McNasty on Untapped. And yeah, just so we can start seeing what we're drinking. That'd be cool. But also, you can catch me and Logan this Wednesday on my channel. There's gonna be a big spoiler thing. So if you haven't seen You Don't Know Nicotine yet, I don't know if this is gonna be the show you want to watch, because we're gonna kind of go pretty deep in depth with it, and just kind of that's gonna be the discussion the whole show. It's just that movie in general, because there's a lot of stuff that we want to talk about, and I'm really excited to talk about it with somebody that liked it as much as I did. So make sure to tune in for that. And yeah, what do you got, James?
Yeah, so with that being said, make sure you guys go watch You Don't Know Nicotine if you haven't already. That way you guys can, sit there and have, be part of the conversation that they're going to have over there. Because I did get a chance to watch it with Poon Sauce and a couple other stooges. And it's a great watch, guys. It's worth checking out. I'm actually looking forward to hearing Logan and Poon Sauce's thoughts. So you guys will catch me in the chat. I might not be super active, but I'll be hanging out. So definitely make your way over there. Come hang out with us there. And of course, make sure you make your way over to KVTV for mixing it up tomorrow with Uncle Chris and the rest of the Mixing It Up crew and their special guests. I know I'm looking forward to it. And what better flavor than some ice creams, man? I love ice cream. So I'm down.
Also,
I'll
really
be there.
curious to who the special guest is. Too.
Yeah, I'm curious to see,
Have
bro.
fun.
So I'll be there. As far as stuff with me goes, I'm going to try to do a video for you guys sometime this week. It may be a live video at some point. It just depends on how my work schedule is. I've been working a little bit of overtime and stuff here and there, so it doesn't really leave me a whole bunch of time to get the recording and stuff done that I want to. But I'm going to try to squeeze something out for you guys this week, so keep an eye out for that. Other than that, we will be back on my channel every Friday for the Green Room with my boy Uncle Chris here, and of course our fellow angry hippie Sean Typhon will be hanging out with us. We're having a Shedhead sessions this weekend, or this Friday, so that means you guys have an opportunity to come hang out with us on the Green Room this Friday. If you guys send us an email, thegreenroom.shedtime@gmail.com. I'll say it one more time for you guys: thegreenroom.shedtime@gmail.com. Send us an email, and that'll be your opportunity to come hang out with us on the show on Friday. So hopefully we see you guys there. Definitely go check out the latest Shed Time podcast episode that dropped. ShedTimePodcast.com, like Uncle Chris said. Go check it out. It's got all the links for all of the amazing sponsors. Huge shout outs to all of our amazing sponsors here on the Ohmies. Breeze Tones. Go grab you up some Breeze Tone coils over there at Still Valley Vapors, Lucid RDA, Local Vape, Rising Phoenix Vapory. They're all over the place, guys. Go get you some, because them Steesbrun coils are where it's at. Of course, go check out Rescued E-Liquid. You can use the code Ohmies for 10% off, I believe. So go over there, go check out the Rescued line, go check out the Pack Later line. They have solid flavors no matter what you're looking for. And of course, huge shout out goes out to Exotic Leaf CBD. Of course, you guys are looking for any CBD gummies that may help you, relax at the end of the day, or help you, sleep at night with a little bit of added melatonin. Go check them out, exoticleaf.com. Go check them out. Do it, and you're cool. Other than that, we're going to end this as we always do, guys. We're going to send out all those positive vibes. Crisp, high fives, and let's just vape on, homies.